Hi, and welcome to a free training resource from SSA Training, makers of What Really Matters training products and services. Today's topic is gossip, rumors, and inappropriate communication in the workplace. It's a short module, just about 6 minutes, and really all we're going to cover is just the nature of gossip and rumors, and also what our behavioral expectations for you as an employee are around that issue. The purpose of this training clip is to ask you to take personal responsibility for your workplace communications and recognize that these unprofessional communications can be very damaging to our company, to your coworkers, and even to you in terms of your career. Wherever humans gather together, there will be issues with communication. Today we're going to talk for just a few minutes about a few of the tougher issues, namely workplace gossip, rumors, and inappropriate workplace discussions. What we're talking about are things like personal disclosures or hurtful personal comments about coworkers, other inappropriate topics of conversation while in the workplace, and any kind of speculation or potential misinformation about people or about our business. Let's start by talking about what we mean by gossip and rumors. We all have opinions, both positive and negative ones, about people. That's natural. Sometimes we're told something, or we overhear or see something that is provocative, and it captures our interest about a coworker or our coworkers, even though it's personal and it's non-business related. Sometimes we form an intriguing opinion or story about another person based on very little factual information. Again, this can be the most natural thing that happens inside your head. Sometimes the intriguing topic is not personal at all. It's about workplace decisions, something overheard, or even simple just speculation about business issues. When you spend so many hours in the workplace, it's hard not to share those opinions or these discoveries. Maybe you think you're sharing your thoughts confidentially with another employee, but this is how gossip begins. You share something with one person or a couple of coworkers over lunch, and then later one person says, well, so-and-so said, or so-and-so thinks, or so-and-so overheard. Then those people add their opinions, and boom, the next thing you know, you have an unhealthy gossip or rumor situation. As I said, it's hard not to share your opinions or thoughts, but remember that in all these cases, you can be impacting your coworkers. When gossip or a rumor spreads, there can be some really unpleasant consequences. Some of these consequences are that the target or the targets may feel isolated or even harassed. Uninvolved parties may see this environment as being toxic. The whole work team may be negatively impacted morale-wise. And those participating, those people that are participating, you even may be seen as unprofessional or even at worst as an agitator. If the issue is regarding business, team members may become misinformed, they may be subjected to unnecessary worry or insecurity. There just are many negative consequences. So what are we asking of you? First of all, don't let it be you. The next time you feel the urge to share a personal opinion about a coworker, ask yourself, would I want this shared if it were about me? Remember, you cannot control what others say or do, but you can take responsibility for your own work behavior. Note this applies to verbal exchanges and things like texting and an email or any form of communication. If someone else starts to share something that's kind of gossipy, take the high road. If you feel confident enough, say something like, "Come on now, let's not gossip," or I'm really not comfortable with this conversation. Let's talk about something else. Or, let's not sit around and speculate. If you don't feel comfortable speaking up, at very least, don't engage. When I say engage, what I mean is don't respond, ask questions, or otherwise participate in the inappropriate discussion. Because when you engage, you're giving an implicit indication that you're okay with the gossip. And if you can't speak up, at least don't encourage the gossip that's going on around you. Our goal here is to have a pleasant, safe, and productive work environment for all our employees. While I mentioned opinions and intrigue with personal information may come naturally, this is not an excuse for inappropriate topics or for other damaging behavior. We've made this clip to really encourage an environment of personal accountability for right behavior. We want you to be the person that doesn't do this. You'll notice that we don't come at this from the HR, if you don't do this, we'll take disciplinary action perspective. However, please note that some behaviors, if deemed harassing or malicious in nature, they could be considered a breach of our ethics policy, and we may end up having to go down that path. But that's not the approach we're taking here. We're asking that in the future, be the person that takes the high road and does not start or spread gossip, and keep all your interactions with your coworkers respectful and fair. Due to the sensitive nature of any current examples of gossip or inappropriate workplace communication you may be experiencing, if you do have a desire to discuss this issue, please seek out your HR rep for a confidential discussion. Again, thank you for your attention to this little training clip, and we encourage you to be the person that is on the side of right in this issue.